Hello, and welcome to our channel. Ever wondered how your favorite chocolate is made? It all starts with a humble cacao tree. Now, this isn't your typical backyard tree. The cacao tree is a bit of a diva, thriving only in the warm, tropical regions around the equator. From South America to West Africa, and even Southeast Asia, these trees are grown with an abundance of love and care. But why all this fuss? Well, it's all for the precious pods these trees produce. Each pod is a treasure chest, containing 20 to 60 cacao beans. That's right, your beloved chocolate starts its journey as a bean, nestled inside these vibrant pods. These trees can be a bit temperamental, requiring just the right amount of shade, rain, and tender loving care. It's a delicate dance of nature and nurture, ensuring that each tree can produce the finest quality of cacao beans. So remember, every time you enjoy a piece of chocolate, you're tasting the fruit of a tree that's been grown with care. Now let's move on to the next step. Once the cacao pods ripen, they're ready for the next step, harvesting and fermentation. Now, harvesting isn't a piece of cake. It calls for mastery and precision, as one wrong cut can harm the tree and affect future production. Farmers wield sharp machetes with skill, slicing the pods from the tree without causing any damage. Next comes the fermentation, a process that might remind you of a good wine in the making. The cacao beans are carefully extracted from the pods and piled into heaps, covered with banana leaves or placed in wooden boxes. Here they're left to ferment for several days. This isn't just a time out for the beans, it's when they start unlocking the magic inside. The heat and natural sugars kickstart a chemical reaction, transforming the beans and teasing out the complex flavors we associate with chocolate. Patience is key here. The longer the beans ferment, the richer the chocolate flavor. But the journey isn't over yet. After fermentation, the beans need to dry out, and then it's time for some roasting. Now the beans are spread out like sunbathers catching some rays. They're basking in the sun for about a week, losing moisture and developing those rich, chocolatey flavors we adore. Once they're as dry as a stand-up comedian's sense of humor, it's roasting time. This isn't your Sunday roast, though. The beans are heated to temperatures between 250 and 350 Fahrenheit. It's like a sauna for the beans, only much hotter and way less relaxing. This is where the magic really happens. The roasting process is what transforms these sun-kissed beans into the chocolate flavor we crave. It's a bit like turning Clark Kent into Superman. The temperature and roasting time are carefully controlled, because they can drastically change the final flavor of the chocolate. This step is all about perfecting the beans' flavor, but they're not quite chocolate yet. Now comes the fun part, grinding and conching. After our cacao beans have been expertly dried and roasted, they're ready to hit the grinder, where they're pulverized into what we call chocolate liquor. Despite its name, chocolate liquor contains no alcohol. It's a thick, gooey paste, and it's the heart of all chocolate, dark, milk, or white. But we're not quite done yet. Next comes conching, a process named after the shell-like shape of the original machines used. Here the chocolate is stirred and aerated, a process that can take anywhere from a few hours to several days. This isn't just to smooth out the texture, although it does make the chocolate wonderfully silky. It's also a chance for any remaining volatile compounds to escape, refining the flavor of the chocolate. These processes transform the beans into a silky, smooth chocolate. But there's one last step. Finally, the chocolate is ready for tempering and molding. The art of tempering, my friends, is like a chocolate ballet, where the cocoa butter in the chocolate is carefully heated and cooled. This dance of temperatures gives our chocolate its glossy finish and that satisfying snap we all love. It's not just about looks, though. This process ensures the chocolate melts in your mouth, not in your hand. Now for the grand finale. The tempered chocolate, looking all shiny and fancy, is poured into molds. These molds could be anything from your classic bar shape to whimsical designs like bunnies and hearts. The chocolate rests, cools down, and voila! We have the final product, ready to be wrapped and shipped off to chocolate lovers around the world. And there you have it. From tree to treat, that's the journey your favorite chocolate takes before it lands in your hand. So next time you savor a piece of chocolate, remember the journey it took to get to you. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.